Hi, and thanks so much for joining me. Today we are talking all about items that I picked up from the Sephora promo that other YouTubers convinced me to buy and just some other random things that I picked up. So if you'd like to see that, please keep watching. In addition to compiling all of my recommendations for the Sephora promo, as soon as I posted my video, I went and I watched all of the channels I subscribe to see what they recommended. I subscribe to really very few channels, and the ones that I do, I think maybe 5 or 10 are the ones that I watch regularly, and I watch them from beginning to end. I'm a devoted YouTube follower, but only to a few people. And I don't know, I like to just watch the whole video. I don't like to skip around and look at a bunch of videos. So there are a few people that I really trust their opinions on. So I watched these recommendations after I filmed and posted my recommendations, and I had time to watch the other ones. And it was funny because there was a lot of overlap between what I recommended and what they recommended. So knowing that they have the same kind of tastes and positive experiences, I looked at some of the items that they mentioned that I hadn't already tried. So starting with this first one, it was both Michelle Wong and Ali Chase who recommended it. It's the Airflash Radiance Mist by Dior. It's a primer and setting spray. And there are 2 shades in this, which I've never really looked at the foundation version of this either, but there are 2 shades, and I got the shade 002. They did not have this as a tester in Sephora, so I just had to kind of go with it. So I would love if they had actually both testers out of shades. It would help. Nonetheless, I did pick up 002, and I'll show you a little swatch, but there's a little bit of color to it. The only thing that I am not sure of is how long this is gonna last. It says to spray it in a V, no, it's not a V. It says to spray it in a Z kind of motion, but I feel like it didn't actually apply enough in that, and maybe I'm applying too much, I don't know, but I couldn't really even feel it on my face when I did that. So I'm gonna show you these in action in an upcoming video if you wanna see that, but you'll be able to see how these all, actually I'm wearing all of this today because I just filmed that video. So this is on my face as a primer and both as a setting spray. Well, this is not a recommendation, but I did get this because I was considering the Dior one, and then I saw this one, the Becca Skin Love. It's a Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist infused with a brightening hydro complex. So I didn't know if that was brightening on the skin, like does it act on the skin as a brightener, or is it a superficial brightening thing? I still have not figured that out, but I was really interested in that. And also it's not aerosol, so traveling with this might be a little bit easier, but it does have a very strong fragrance about it. Actually, this one does too. They both have a fragrance about them, but the Becca one lingers. The Dior one kind of fades, but the Becca one lingers. I'm thinking of doing just like a review of both of these because I'm using both of them now to get a good idea of what I want to bring with me when I travel, because it will be hot and I do want to set my makeup. So just figuring out both of these right now, but I tend to be pulling more for this right now, but let me know because I'm planning on doing just a pretty close review of both of these. I like setting sprays for the summer too because everything starts to just kind of melt off my face in the summer. So if I can get anything to help out, although I have a feeling those 2 are probably actually better for not as hot. Maybe like the Urban Decay All Nighter might still be my best bet. So gonna keep my eye on those. I also picked this up because of Wayne Goss. It's the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer, and I have been testing this against my Tom Ford. I will be doing a video on that for you, a side-by-side, really getting some good information from wearing both of these together on the same day, one on one part of my face and one on the other part. And I got mine in medium cool peach. It was pretty easy to color select because it said peach first of all, and it stood out with a really peachy tone in it. My next item is a recommendation from both Mandy Davis, and she's talked about this one a lot, and also Michelle Wong again. It is the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick, and I got mine in 7.0 Tawny. Like I said, I have that on now. It looks a little bit light for me, but the next color up looked way too dark, so I'm going to show that to you in action. So far what I love about it is the lightweight feel of it. Traceless I think is a really good description of it because you can't really see, I think with most foundation sticks, they have a very, what is the word I'm looking for? It's almost like a thicker consistency in order to get into a stick form, but this doesn't have that. It behaves like a more fluid foundation once it's on your skin. So that is really unique about it. Very impressed. I've tried many stick foundations. In fact, I love the idea of a stick foundation, but this has the most fluid type finish on it. So So loving that. I wasn't surprised, especially Mandy. I mean, Mandy Davis has the most beautiful skin-like quality about her makeup. If you have not seen her, go see her, and that's her favorite one. So if she loves it, then chances are I'm gonna love it too, because I love that look. So thank you, Mandy, and thank you, Michelle, for recommending that. Oh, I also picked up this, and I can't remember who mentioned it. Maybe it was Justine Louise. Not sure, let me know, Justine, if it was you, but I picked up something from Fenty Beauty for once. I have tried many times to find things from her line because I really wanted to try it because they have so many different shades, but what's odd is that even though there were so many shades, I still had trouble finding my shade. I don't know why. It was like it would skip from one to the next, and my shade should be like right in between, and it doesn't exist. So I picked up the new, I was gonna say foundation. I picked up the new bronzer, the Instant Warmth Bronzer, and this looks pretty deep, but this is the second to deepest shade, which is a little also surprising because this is in Cocoa Naughty. Actually, I went and I swatched these. And in the store, this looked like the best match, and I have it on now and look like it's not, I thought it would be way, way too dark, but it's not at all. It's actually very beautiful and really excited to have this. And so this is my first Fenty product. I wish I could try more, but I just haven't had luck finding colors that work for me. But this is beautiful. And I did pick this up because of who? And I did pick this one up because of Stephanie Marie, although I don't know if it was in her recommendations video or if it was in a video after that. It was right before this promo ended. But it is the Marc Jacobs, the bronze brush. I also had a subscriber or viewer recommend this to me. And it's not the most budget-friendly brush, but Stephanie went on and on about it, how it's foolproof in terms of application. And I looked at it and I thought, this looks way too big to be an effective bronzer brush for me, because I don't enjoy very large bronzer brushes because I feel like I can't place it where I want to place it. But she's right. This is a foolproof bronzer brush, and I think the combination of this with the bronzer got that to look really soft. So if you are looking for something, and I liked this, I forgot to say that what I liked about this is that it said transfer proof. I'm pretty sure that's what this said about it. Let me just double check. It says it's a long wear transfer resistant bronzing powder, and there are 8 shades. The reason I don't really like to wear powder bronzers too much in the summer is because, like I said, things kind of just melt, but I figured with this transfer proof type of formula, it would stick a little bit better. So yeah, really beautiful. And this is I think it's a cool toned shade. It says it's described as Cocoa Naughty Deep with neutral undertones. No. Yeah, that's it. The one that I was looking at was Bajan Gyal. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's tan with warm undertones. But it looks like my skin color, so I didn't pick that up. Although I'm really curious about that now, so I may pick that one up. Really beautiful powder product though. So yes, also happy I picked this up. Thank you, Stephanie Marie, for convincing me to finally get it. It was sitting in my basket. And oh, actually what happened is it was not in stock online. So I went to my store and I picked it up, and that's why I ended up with some other stuff. So the other stuff, I meant to walk out with this and walked out with more things. So I was walking around, I noticed there was this powder, and you know how I always like a peach hued powder or something that pulls peach. Well, this is almost orange. It's the Makeup Forever powder in 03. And when I touched it, it felt really silky. So I picked it up and I actually have it all over my face. So if you are someone who tends to go a little bit gray in some areas, like it can go gray on my darker areas, put a light layer on to kind of correct that without looking orange. It's kind of scary looking, like it in this viewfinder it doesn't look that orange, but in real life it looks orange, so don't be scared of it. Just light-handed use is good though, and I did, like I said, I put that all over my face today. Some areas more than others based on whatever's happening on the skin in terms of those dark spots. I always need beauty blenders. Mine don't last very long because I think I wash them and I also disinfect them quite a bit. So this is a 3 set. I think it was $49 for 3, and usually they're $20 each, so already that's $11 off, plus the 20% that I got from the Rouge level. So it's 3 beauty blenders, so that was a really good deal. I also picked this up. I think maybe I got this one online though. It's the Beauty Blender Glass Glow Shine Lighter. I was interested in this because sometimes maybe you don't want sparkle and you just want a glow, like a pure glow. So this is like a serum almost. It feels like a serum. It feels like skincare, and you just dab on it. I have it right here. It's supposed to be non-sticky. So I'm trying to see how sticky or non-sticky it really is, and if it breaks makeup apart underneath. I think if you have really beautiful skin to begin with and you don't need to cover it or need too much on there, you just need a CC cream or like a tinted moisturizer, I think this would be really pretty on it. But if you're having to powder, this is kind of tricky to put on top of powder, which is what I've tried. I tried it on my eyes too, and it did. I just tried it today. It kind of bunched up. I mean, yeah, it bunched up my eyeshadow a little bit. So this would be better if you have something. I'm gonna try something like more waterproof or something more resistant, like maybe a Caviar Shadow Eye Stick. I'll try it on top of that and see if that makes a difference. I put it on top of powder, it doesn't work. So these are the things that I picked up in addition to what I had on my list. Like I said, I watched this after I posted my video, so I got some more ideas about what I could get. There was one thing that I didn't get my hands on because what I do is I actually wait until the end to see if anything new comes out. Sometimes they're releasing new things during the promo, and so I just like to wait till the end. Like, it was the second to last day when I ordered online. And the one thing I wanted to get, which it was what The Honest Beauty Review and Stephanie Marie both recommended, and I had it in my cart, and when I went to go get it, they didn't have it anymore. It's the Drunk Elephant TLC Sakari Baby Facial. They both raved about this one, and I really wanted to try it, but by the time I went to go purchase my cart, it was gone. They didn't have any more left. So I'm gonna have to purchase that at some point and give it a try. But thanks to the YouTubers who I got the recommendations from, I appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.